Fingertips of Death versus Palm of Death. Which one do you think you'll win? What is going on, guys? I'm Untitled Gundam here, and today I'll be reviewing the high grade Gundam The End, the final installment of Team Celestial Sphere. And this guy is a kind of a recreation of the Death Scythe Hell and the Devil Gundam, because it has faces in its palms, not the actual palms, but the bigger hands palms, and it does come with a really weird color scheme. The color scheme doesn't look like a Death Scythe Hell, but yeah, it's quite great. Now you got the yellow for the V-fin, the hands, and this guy. For V-fin, the hands, both of the hands actually, both types of hands. We got this red, we got pink, we got purple, we got some gray, we got some glossy black, and that's it for the color scheme. And for stickers, now this guy is really sticker heavy. Now you do get, come on, let me zoom in first. You do get 5 for only the head. Like literally. Now you got the jewel, 2 for the eyes, and 2 for the sides of the head. Now you can color them themselves with a pink Gundam marker, and now you can see 2 big seals on the wings, and that's pretty much it, as you can see in this form. Now let's go into the articulation first in this form. So let me zoom back out. Now the head is on a regular PC, so you can go forward and back, up and down. You can rotate 360, but beware, the V-fin is 2 pieces. Like when I say in the unbox, it's the 2 fins, they are actually this. So be careful. And now the hands, you can go up and down, you can rotate, you can go out on this joint. And the fingers are not individual. Now the thumb is individual. It doesn't have a second joint up there. And now these 4 fingers are stuck together, and they move on this joint and this joint. But if you had the master grade building skills, you can separate them and make him do the finger. Double finger defense A. So now the arms are on a double joint, but it can only do single joint articulation in this form. The legs can barely move forward, can barely move back, can barely move out because it doesn't move out in the compact form, and it does bend 180 degrees, but because of the obstruction, you cannot get it to work. Now this is basically the articulation for this form, but if you unpeg the wings, open them up, they're on a hinge here and a swivel here. I like to do this because it's partially from the wing Gundam line. You can fold them down, and there's a joint for each of the connections in the backpack. So you got one here, you got one at the base, you got one swivel joint here, and one swivel joint up there. So the wings are articulate, and now the hands can go in and out and rotate at the base. And this frees a lot of the articulation for the Gundam, but it also reveals a whole lot more stickers. Now it does reveal a whole lot more stickers. So We do have stickers here for the shoulders. We got one big one at the chest. We got two of them at the crotch, at the front skirts. You do get two of them over here at the vents. So let me close this up first. None for the legs. And as for the hands, you duplicate the amount I say. Now you got one for the forehead, you got one for the eyes, and one for the V, not the V, and one for the chin, or should I say the cork that is stuck onto his mouth. And you get two sets of those, which is kind of annoying to put it on. And you do get one here. Yeah, so it's basically a lot of stickers, but it's not all. That's not all. But you do free a lot of articulation. Now the arms can now rotate until it hits the backpack. Now the poly cap, it does not go forward, it goes up, which probably is the test thing for the high grade Revive RX-782. I don't know why does it have to go up, but yeah, it's kind of a nice feature. Probably free the space for the hand to go out. Now it does go out, but this piece of armor stops it, so it can only do this far. Rotates above the elbow. It bends at the elbow at two joints, which is really great. The hands can rotate and wiggle. The waist is particularly nothing. It can rotate 360 if you can pull it out. It can do a bit crunches, but beware of snapping the peg. And the front skirts are molded separately. The center piece does not move. The side skirts are on a hinge. The back skirts don't move. The legs can go forward this far, back this far, in and out, full splits. The double jointed knee, it does rotate at the hip. It does have a crotch joint. There we go. And now the feet surprisingly can rotate all the way around, go down, go up and down, sideways, and the armor guard can move. And the whole backpack fell off. And that's all the articulation for this guy. This guy can really pull off a lot of poses, and despite the heavy weight at the backpack, it can still stand no problem if you can get it to angle right. I'm on a bamboo sheet recording right now, so it may not perform as good as it is on concrete or cement. So let me get this guy situated and I'll be right back. Alright, with his palms showing his faces, it's time for the accessories. Now, in terms of accessories, you get to go back to the thing I'm famous for. So welcome back to my box of extra parts. Now, one of the locks is broken. It fell down from my bed. Don't know why, but anyways. Now, instead of the two fists I put on there, you do get... Yeah, let me remove the revolvers first. You do get two trigger finger hands and two open palms. Like, panel line the trigger finger hands because those are mainly used. Now, those are all the hands. And as you may see me remove, we got the end shot. Now the end shot is basically a pair of revolvers, but it doesn't revolve toward the left, it revolves toward the right. And you can store on the Gundam, but it does require a special adapter. Here it is. Now, to put it onto the hand, you basically get the trigger finger hand and put on the corresponding revolvers, and there you go. And now you can pull this arm, put this hand out, switch it around, and the whole backpack just want to fall off. And there we go, the end shot equipped. You can do it in this compact mode, but if you want to store it, you have to have one of these adapters attached to its side skirts. So you attach one of them here and use the revolvers and slide them down into here. It is a quite secure fit, I must say. You can rotate them. And that's the handheld weapons. Now the main reason I bought this kit is for the giant hands and the secret unicorn weapon it has. Now the giant hands first. Now it does come with a pair of treads. If I can find the other one, there we go. It does come with a pair of treads, and this is a separate piece. It's the C8 piece. So let me put this back on. And yeah, let's bring in the Gundam once again. So we remove this original stored piece and pull it out and use the peg on the treads to attach it and attach the piece into here. So let me attach this on. There we go. And the end shot just want to fall off, and now it's extended for some slashing poses. And if you want, it can defend itself. And I don't know if the Vulcans here are functional. I hope they were. It didn't even show it on the show. And now, if you take off its face here, and by the way, this guy requires a lot of painting. You remove the face and you can replace it with these two pieces. Now what this represents is basically the open biting mode of the hand, which is called the dead end finger. Now these parts don't normally come in red, they come in gray. Well, I used a regular oil substance. Yeah, I used a red marker to color them. And there you go. Devastating, huh? And now with the articulation in the arm, you flip this around, flip this out. Yeah, it does have a lot of articulation, so the joints can get a bit complicated. And now here, it can shoot this big blast out of its mouth, or not. It can do the dead end finger, which devours the whole winning knuckle. And that is not all. So flip this back. You do have the chest cavity, which opens up. Now you get 2 slots on either piece here. Now you put this originally at the higher slot, put that at this lower slot, which comes up here, and I misplaced it. Here we go. And now this is his normal biting mode. Now if you want to fit in the unicorn weapon, now by the way, you put it at the top slot right now, you reveal a connector. It's probably dark. And now you get to fit this guy in. I use the extra polycap ball joint from the Star Build Strike and use it there because that feels tighter. So now the Gundam The End's intestines decided to pop out of him and kill. And by the way, this guy does have a little bit of articulation, so now the head can go up and down. It can rotate 360 in a very awkward way. The arms can rotate 360. There's no waist. But there is a crotch articulation which it can rotate as a drill, so it can drill someone in the abs. And it does have some articulation at the base. So this is the Gundam The End. So now let me get this guy back into his compact form and I'll be right back. Alright, now he's back in his compact form and let's do some comparisons. Obviously, let's do it with the high grade Giant. Now the Giant is a lot shorter than him, but his hands are a lot bigger than him. It's basically like 2/3 of the mobile suit. You can still crush him, but the dead end finger is gonna chomp up his head. Now, since this is a very big kit exceeding 20.3 meters, how about the Unicorn? 23 meters in destroy mode. Now this is the Banshee, of course. This is the darkest suit in the Unicorn line, and this is the darkest suit in the Build Fighters Try line. And since this is from Team Celestial Sphere, let's bring in the Transient. Obviously, its Partisan is keeping him up, but you can see the height difference here. Now the Transient is obviously a bit shorter, the Gundam The End, and then the Banshee. And the Giant is probably like the same size as the Transient. But anyways guys, this is about the end of the video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and also subscribe for more gaming videos, model reviews, and all that kind of stuff. And also, why not subscribe to those people who helped me out throughout the channel. And thank you for 68 subscribers. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.